Hi guys, it's Charlotte from Twin Maid. Today we're going to have a go at making a Euro Pom Pom. Don't know about you, but having an awful time watching all the stuff about Brexit. It's not very good, so I've been crafting a lot. So all you need today is your Pom Pom maker of choice. I like these ones, they're really good. You can get them in your local craft store. It means you don't have to cut a piece of cardboard each time, but if you prefer to use cardboard, that's cool. So what we're going to do, I've done the first half just to speed things up a bit, but we're just going to get some blue. Got some navy that fell on the floor and some yellow wool. So we're just going to have a go at getting the stars from the Euro. So what we're going to do for this particular maker, I'm just going to open up that side, make sure you've got the two that match, and we're just going to do a base layer of navy or blue. So I'm really lazy, so I've just doubled it over just to make things a bit quicker, and you're just going to wrap it round. It doesn't have to be too neat on these ones, just because you're going to trim them anyway, all the way round. So how's everyone feeling on Brexit? Should we not talk about it? It's very triggering for me at the moment. If you've got a stockpile, we've got a Brexit cupboard at home full of cans, which is probably not the best thing to do. Maybe we should have started stockpiling the cheese and wine. I'll get back to you on that one. Anyway, I find crafting a really good way of just kind of switching off from the news and everything that's going around. And if I can do things like this, yeah, I really enjoy it. So once we've got the base layer of blue, so I haven't gone too thick, we can just trim that off. Again, you don't have to be too neat because it all gets cut off anyway. And then with your yellow, so you can see that's the base layer of blue. With the yellow, we're just going to start roughly about there, and you're just going to go round 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Do it a little bit less if you've got a few more. So we've got one there. Then we're going to jump a bit, so there's a gap. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to jump a bit. 1, 2, 3. We're going to jump a bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that. And then you can just trim that bit off. Again, don't worry about it being too neat because we're busy people. And then we're just going to cover that with a base layer of blue. So exactly the same again, don't have to be too neat. All the way around, just so you can't see that yellow. It's really hard not to want to do my hair. I'm like, oh, hi guys, I just saw my hair out. All the way around, nice and plump. The plumper you do it, the plumper the pom pom will be. I like these pom pom makers. What's your favourite pom pom maker? Are you an old school pom pom maker? Do you stick with the cardboard? Do you get told off for cutting up the cornflake boxes? So when you're done, you can just cut that. I find these little scissors are really good for the cutting bit. These were from Tiger. And then we're just going to cut all the way round. So you can see as we cut it, the stars are coming out. Like that. And then we're going to pull it round. And when you do this, I normally go around once, and then once you've cut it, go around a second time and make sure there's no strands joined in. And then we're just going to get 2 strands of the navy wool to tie it up. Probably about 2 that are 30 centimetres long. Always go for 2, because when you put it together, if you pull it too tight, if one breaks, you've got a backup. So that gets tied into the middle, so you won't see it once it's tied on. And then you're just going to do 2 knots. 1 really, really tight, and then a second one. And then this is the time where I actually trim my pom-pom. We're not going to keep those strands, so we can just cut those off because we're not going to tie it to anything. So we're going to get some big scissors. I'm going to trim that bit, and I'm just going to trim really close to the edge. I find this is a really good way to keep it circular. I do give it a second trim once it's come out of the pom-pom maker in case there's any loose strands, but this kind of gets rid of the bulkiness of any strands that aren't that are too long. So we've got rid of that. And then to open these ones up, you've got the bit there, you just pull it open, and then you've got the same on the other side, just pull it open, and then the white bit and that bit, you just pull it apart, and then there's your pom-pom. So you can see it looks a little bit messy, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to give it a really, really big trim. You don't have to do this. I like to trim it because I like the mindfulness of it. I guess it's the equivalent of trimming up a bonsai. But there we have it, your little European Pom Pom. Okay, happy making. If you make one, share it with us on Instagram at twin_made or on Twitter. We'd love to see what you make. Yay! Bye-bye. Have a good day.